YouTube, Intuitive Edge. Tonight I would like to look at the U.S. midterm election coming up in November. I'm going to ask a few questions and we're going to focus on the Democrats. I would like to know if they are going to win back the House in November. So we're going to focus on the Democrats and the House, and that's what we're going to focus on. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside, and I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the cards, and I will be right back, and we'll get started. Okay, I have shuffled up the cards, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. So the first question is, will the Democrats win back the House in November? Okay, so we have an action card of the Eight of Fire. It is on the reversal. This is a card about forward action, moving quickly, things happening quickly. Now, on the reversal, this can kind of mean like spinning your wheels, like trying to get traction, but having some difficulty with that forward energy and momentum. So they may have some struggle getting a little bit more momentum, maybe, you know, getting their message underneath them that causes people to want to come out and vote. They're just this, like they gotta get their message together. I think there's they need to kind of, that's what they need to focus on, is their message. Okay, that's going to resonate with the voters. Okay. This question is, how big a role does voter fraud play in this election? So now we've had so much happen with, you know, influence from Russia to dead people voting to, you know, our elections are kind of a mess. So, you know, how much does that really play? Does voter fraud really, in this upcoming election, is it going to be an issue? Is Russia going to be an issue? Is there going to be, you know, an issue with the security of our electoral process? Now I've got the Queen of Earth. Queen of Earth, she's a very grounded energy. She's a very, normally speaking, when she's upright. And with her being reversed, it can kind of mean like not being grounded, not being completely solid on a solid foundation. So this tells me that there could be some influence from voter fraud or just our electoral process not quite being as tight as it could be. Okay. This question is, the ultimate outcome for the midterms this November, the impact on the country as a whole. Will the impact of however the vote turns out, will it be a positive impact on the country or a negative impact for the country? Now, we've got the Chariot card. This is a very strong card of forward, strong energy. But it's on the reversal, so there may be some difficulties ahead initially, perhaps. So let's get some more information on all of these. I'm going to lay out some more cards here. So back to this question of, will the Democrats win back the House in November? I have another reversal. This is a card of the Four of Earth. This is a card of needing to, feeling like you need to hang on to what you've got. The feeling with this card is, I need to secure what's mine and hang on to what's mine. And it's like, it's very like needing to feel locked in. With this card on the reversal, it could mean a difficulty locking in your position, or difficulty feeling like you're not able to get your hands around grasping what's yours. So they could have some challenges ahead with, like I said, with the previous card of getting their message across, but also holding on to what's theirs. So it's possible that the actual meaning of this card could be that they don't hold on to some of the seats that they had felt were theirs. This could actually be a real issue. I think it's possible that the Democrats feel that they have certain House seats that are shoo-ins, when actuality those seats could be vulnerable. So they might be good to, a good strategy for them would be to go through every one of those that are up for grabs, even the ones that they think are rock solid, because this is a card of not being able to hold on to what you feel is yours. So I think they're a little bit shaky ground. So they may need to, not that I'm giving the Democrats advice, but I'm just saying the energy of this is, they may want to take a look at the ones that they feel are solid, because they may not be as solid as they think they are. Okay. And back to this question of how big a role does voter fraud or tampering with our elections, how big of a role does that play? Now, this is interesting. We've got this is kind of like the cat magic. This is the magician. And this is like, the cat magic, the magician, is all about using your power, your God-given innate power that comes from within you to the best of your ability, and when you do that, when you act in that manner, the divine comes in and helps you. It's like, God helps those who help themselves. It's like taking that step forward. Okay, aside from this, taking that step forward and moving in your purpose, God or divine energy comes in and moves with you. So that's the essence of the cat magic card, the magician card. Now, with it being on the reversal, it just shows that there may be some power that is either misused or misdirected. And on this question specifically of voter fraud, that there's some misdirected energy. So I think there is a valid concern for our voter fraud, for elections, our electoral process. We would do well as a country to really beef up our voting process and make sure that foreign influences are not able to have any type of sway, to make sure that dead people aren't voting, that kind of thing. This does have an impact, and it feels very negative. It's got, on the reversal, it feels like this power is being misused. Okay, that's the feeling of it. All right, next card. So the ultimate outcomes, impact on the country as a whole, positive or negative. Now, okay, this is interesting. We have the wheel. This is the wheel of destiny. When this card shows up in a reading, it is a major arcana on top of the other major arcana. In fact, this one is too. So these cards, this one, and this one, carry more weight in a tarot reading. We've got the wheel, meaning things that are destined to happen, things that are supposed to happen, things set in motion that will happen. It's like, say like an avalanche. Once it starts rolling, there's nothing you can do to stop it. That's kind of what the wheel is. It's like fate, destiny, karma, things set in motion that are hard to stop. Okay, that's the feeling of this card. Now, so with it upright feels better than if it's reversed. So it feels like there's a fate or destiny with this election that's going to. I feel that the ultimate impact on our country as a whole, with the wheel, it feels like it's destiny, it's fate, it's supposed to happen, and it feels good. It's like moving. It feels like it'll move us in the right direction, however this ends up. Okay. All right, so back to this question again. Will the Democrats win back the House? So we have this possible vulnerable seats that they felt were locked in that are actually in play. And this is a messenger card. So I think there's going to be, I feel like there's an offering. When I felt this card, it feels like there's I sensed like a concession speech. And I don't know who specifically this is for, but it feels like there's a concession speech. let me feel into this for a sec. I'll be right back. Now, I'm not sure who this is for, but there's somebody that's not going to be reelected that I think is going to possibly surprise people. But I feel a concession speech. Like somebody's going to have to deliver a concession speech, and maybe it's going to surprise, like, and maybe this seat that's in play, maybe it's just one person. I don't know, but no, I feel like there's more than one, but it feels like a prominent Democrat, I think, is going to not be reelected, and it might surprise people, I think. Because it feels like there's like this offering, or like having to concede or give. So I don't know who that is. It'll be interesting to see who that is. Whether that tips the balance, we'll see. Anyway, all right. It's the energy's sticking with me. Okay. Back to this question. How big of a role does voter fraud play? Interesting, we'd have the 9 of C. This is like the wish card. Your wish being granted. With it on the all 3 of these cards are on the reversal. So there's a negative impact, it feels, with voter fraud. I think it is a real issue. It is a real concern. And it should be everybody's concern that we have proper elections, that we don't have influence from foreign entities, that that our electoral process is, safe, and that it accurately reflects the will of the people. But this wish card, like your wish being granted, but having it on the reversal, it gives kind of a funny feeling to that. On top of that, cat magic being reversed, like using your power in a negative way. So it does have a negative influence, a negative impact, and whether it's a huge impact. I think it is there. I think it can. Voter fraud can have an issue or a problem. So, okay. The ultimate outcome and the impact on the country. Now, having the 7 of C, this feeling like overwhelmed, or feeling like there's so much happening. I think that this election could bring up a lot of issues for people to focus on. That there may be it's going to bring up a lot of stuff. This is like turning wishful thinking into a determination. I think there's going to be I'm focusing in on this cat and bursting this bubble. This feeling like what I wanted, like it burst. It wasn't there. It's not filling out the way it's supposed to, not coming out the way I wanted it to, kind of. And I'm saying just in a general sense, not the way that it was supposed to, or I think overall that there's going to be some challenges, again, with the Democrats' message, and not taking for granted seats that they thought were in the bag. So, and this is like marching to the beat of your own drum. This is Winning by surrendering, recognizing higher wisdom. It can be a reversal, a sacrificing something to gain something. So I think there will be some change in the balance of the house. Maybe some seats moving around, flipping a little bit back and forth. But this feeling of giving up to gain something, like it. Overall, I think it's going to be positive on the country. It's just going to take a little bit of time to see that destiny, that reason why. So we'll see what happens, but it's gonna take some time to, I think, right after to kind of let the dust settle. Okay. I do think this upcoming election is going to be pretty volatile in terms of that right-left divide. So just be aware of that. There's probably going to be a lot of energy and emotions on both sides. So, all right. Okay. Appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by my channel. If you liked it, leave a like. And I will see you in the next video. This is Intuitive Edge signing out. Talk to you later. See you next time.